welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we have another Whisky.com awards, this time for March. The Whisky.com awards for March. We have one nomination and 3 winners, 1 gold.
Yeah, when we looked through those bottles we had last month, I recognized a bottle which was really, really impressive. And I haven't tasted it, so
I tasted it.
So that's not a nomination for the taste, but for the design. It's the Nomad Outland Whiskey Reserve, 10 years old, triple cask, and it's distilled in Scotland and matured in Spain, in the sherry region, in Jerez de la Frontera, and the bottle looks like this. Wonderful bottle. The whiskey is visible. There's this golden offset print on the front. It's a beautiful bottle and looks wonderful. And well, the story behind is really, really good. The bottle is in the price around 70. And well, I want to nominate it because it was so remarkable. And that's all. I haven't tasted it. Yeah,
I think I tasted it. I think it's a good whiskey. It's a bit expensive. You pay a lot for the visual and for the story behind it. And the cask is really good. But I just, for what we have this month, no, didn't make it.
Yeah. So we have good whiskeys this month.
But for the looks, Horst just had to give it something.
Yeah.
The next one is the Glendalough Mizunara. Yes, we do have a non-Scotch whiskey on the podium. And Glendalough is a very, very, very small distillery. When I came to the distillery, I just thought, okay, that's like a garage for repairing cars. And it's so small that you can hardly turn around in the distillery. But they are doing amazing work there. Glendalough, they are really doing amazing work. And the people who invested or who own Glendalough, I've talked to them. I had an interview. You can see that in the distillery video. And I think they teased the Mizunara 7 years. And it's just very expensive cask. Very, very interesting cask. It's very extraordinary. The flavors are so different. That's just a very, very interesting whiskey. And I'm really excited about the story of how Glendalough will proceed with their gin, with their whiskey, and how they will create their
and this
new ones.
One of the first, and this Mizunara, extremely expensive Mizunara casks, water oak it's called as well, very spicy, intense. Those casks cost thousands of euros, dollars.
And for these thousands, we sell this in our Whisky.com shop for the people who live in the Netherlands for around 70. I'm not quite sure how that works out with the
70
tax.
to 80s.
70 to 80s. Around, I'm not sure how the taxes in Netherlands are. I think a bit higher. So for that, the bottle is not that expensive.
No.
It's maybe they had their cask made a little bit bigger, probably, so they get more out of it. So cost per bottle is lower, but it's amazing. Small distillery, really good cask, definitely worth 3rd place. In a slower month where Horst wouldn't have gotten such good whiskies, it would probably get silver, maybe gold.
So this is the silver. It's Royal Brackla, 21 years old, and this massive box. Well, it's expensive. It's over 200, and the bottle itself is a sherry cask, matures 21 years old, and it's called the Captain's Malt. Captain, I think his name was Fraser, wasn't it? Yeah, Captain William Fraser founded the Brackla distillery, and on the year of the foundation of the distillery, there's 1812, and this was the first distillery which received a royal warrant from the king.
1812 Highland single malt, huh?
Edward, George, James, I don't know which king it was, but people who know that 1824, the licensing of the British distilleries proceeded forward by having taxes raised, and in the Highlands it was forbidden to produce before that date. And well, the Captain Fraser, who received his farm where he grew all the barley for his malt whiskey, he received it as the end of his term at the Navy.
His pension.
Yeah, as his pension, and so he was able to produce whiskey, and the king ordered from him to Edinburgh. So
William the Fourth.
You looked it up. William the Fourth.
I don't know who he was, but it's William the Fourth.
You remember the movie King Ralph?
King Ralph
where
awesome.
he has to remember the sequence of, and he's no idea how to memorize that. So, and this is a sherry cask matured, 21 years old, really on the top of maturation. Excellent bottle.
And expensive.
And expensive, over 200, as I said, yeah.
Next one, you tasted it, but I do know it, and I was at the distillery, had that a little bit at the end of the shortage of the 15, but I remember it to be awesome.
If you look very carefully at the Royal Brackla and at the Glendronach, then you see those bottles are completely full, because those two bottles moved into my personal cabinet, and this is here and this is there. So those are wonderful whiskies, and the Glendronach, became a lot more expensive due to the time where the distillery was closed before selling it. And then after the new small company which then run the distillery was brought it really up, then they sold it to a big international company. And during this transition and growing, then the prices rose a lot, and today it's close to 80 euros, dollars, pounds. And I remember the time where it was 50. The specialty at that is that it has Pedro Jimenez sherry casks as well as Oloroso sherry cask in it. It's uncolored until filtered. So have a look at this wonderful dark color of that whiskey. It's wonderful, and it fits really perfectly between the 12 and the 18-year-old. The 12-year-old is more entry, not that mature, and the 18-year-old is very smooth and old and mature. And this one still shows edges and intensity, and wow, and from
good
sniffing to aftertaste, wonderful cask, really good.
Yeah,
whiskey.
Wonderful whiskey. I can remember it. It's just the range of Glendronach is nice, but this one is the best.
Yeah, it's outstanding. Really.
Outstanding. And yes, the price it has risen a lot, but it's still
it's worth.
It's worth
15
it.
years old, below 80.
Yeah,
still normal.
Still worth it. So yeah, you can find these also on Whisky.com on the shop. If you live in the Netherlands, you can actually buy them. That was it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.